Coach, whenever you're ready.
Excuse me?
Whenever you're ready. Okay.
Really hard-fought win, as we expected. Georgetown team that was really going to compete, and I knew obviously that's the case with all of Ed's teams. He's a phenomenal coach, and I knew we'd have them ready, and they popped us there to start the second half, but our guys really responded and gave ourselves a chance there. And then when they came back, guys made big plays. Players win games. Layden's three, the execution of the tip-in with JJ were two critical plays there late. So those were two big plays to just kind of stem the momentum. So proud of our guys. It was great to have NJ back. Listen, I said this out to the TV. In an era right now where, kids sometimes don't always play when they don't feel full strength, it is really refreshing to have a guy like he was begging to play the last 2 weeks. We had to hold him back because it wasn't in his best interest. So to be able to coach a kid that was dying to play even when he wasn't at full strength, it reminds me just of that resembles a good player and a guy who wants to keep getting better. So I'm really proud of him and happy to coach these guys.
Questions, and we have a microphone holder on each side, so let us give a chance to get the microphone holder. Dan, you got the first question.
Coach, obviously this is a year one question. You're coming off 3 straight wins, a sweep of Georgetown. You've got some positive moment. Can you explain what that means to you as you wrap up the season?
Sure, it means everything. But, I think we saw, despite the losses, we saw the way we were playing for the last month and a half. I would talk to my AD, Dwayne, about it a lot and say, hey, we're playing well. We're playing well. We're not able to finish games as well as we need to, and sometimes the teams were just better, but we're playing well. And most importantly, our locker room was together. And these guys deserve the credit, but that doesn't happen if you don't have Isaiah Rivera and Troy D'Amico talking and saying the right things. I just can't emphasize that enough right now, okay? Those two guys kept us together, kept us getting better. And as we always said, listen, at DePaul, we're not gonna flinch in the face of adversity. We're gonna have a strong backbone when tough stuff happens, and these guys did that.
Right down here.
Hey, Coach. When Georgetown went up by 7 early in the second half, you come out, you hit 2 threes, and then you bludgeoned them inside with NJ. Did you go and did you change something, or was that just something that was part of the offense that maybe you gave them a reminder?
Yeah, the only change we made, they made the threes off of just really good execution and plays by our players. The only thing we changed is how we attacked their zone from the first half to the second half. And that was the one change that we made. We felt like NJ had the ability to pass and also create in the middle of the zone. And I think when we were able to attack there in that stretch you're talking about, it was against their zone, and we just felt like he could do that in the middle.
We're going to third row in the middle.
NJ, 18 points in 18 minutes. Can you explain what you did to get yourself ready physically but also mentally after not playing for a month?
First of all glory to God. Like Coach said, it was a slight chance for me to be able to even come back and play today, so I'm thankful to even be in that situation. But just while we've been off, while I haven't been practicing, Coach Matt and Coach Mike have been working me, making sure I'm staying in shape, running during practice, and just being ready to play if there was a chance for me to come back. But all of that was for our seniors. This is their last run. Troy, Isaiah, and Big Scopes. We want to do something special for them.
Ready to go, Jake.
Coach, this is your first ever win in the tournament.
Yeah.
We talked before how.
Thanks for reminding me.
Congratulations,
Thank you.
first and foremost. But tell me what that means to you personally.
Well, it's
to
great.
you with this team.
It was kind of ironic. We were better in the NCAA tournament our 3 years at Butler in terms of winning games than we were in this tournament. And some of that's kind of who you're seeded with. But we played well in all but one game, but we just weren't able to finish, so it feels great. But I'm really happy for our guys. I'm happy that our guys get a chance to stay together for a little while longer. And as long as we can possibly carry this momentum, I'm super happy for them. Listen, I've won NCAA tournament games and Big Ten tournament games, but you're really happy for your players.
All the way back in the middle.
Coach Holtmann, you spoke about the pressure of defense by Georgetown.
Yeah.
Obviously expecting that from an equally coached team, but you also had 5 guys who recorded multiple assists. Can you just speak about the importance of having everybody share the ball and what that's going to mean going forward as far as trying to advance in the tournament?
Yeah, it's a great point. I actually didn't know we had 5. It's a great point. I thought we had some sloppy turnovers. We also had some great paint reads. I thought Layden's paint reads were as good as I've seen all year, and he's been getting better and better at that. I think Block's ability to get to the paint and read and create stuff was phenomenal in this game, not to mention his shooting, just phenomenal. But a lot of guys made good paint reads, paint decisions, and we really emphasized that from back in the summer. So that was rewarding. But to your point, to have 5 guys who've had multiple assists was really good.
We're back to Dan, right here.
This question is for Layden. Early in the season, I guess you can say you were struggling a little bit. But obviously down the stretch, you've been playing with so much confidence, and the plays you made tonight. Was it you that lobbed it to the trainer, right?
Yeah.
So that's the first question. What did you see on that, and just expand on your confidence with the streak they're on, or the streak you're on, and how you're playing?
Yeah, like you said, over this last stretch, I've gotten a lot of confidence just getting out my head and just playing basketball. You know, at times I could just be thinking about so much about, you know, the last play or the next play. I just don't stay in the moment. And that's something that I'm trying to work on. Even the coaches try to help me with, just staying in the moment, staying next play mentality, and just play.
And just what was your thinking on that play?
Coach Holtmann, he told me that just look for JJ on the lob, because at first he was running a play for like a corner 3, but I looked over at Holtmann, told me what to do, and I just executed.
Thank you, Layden. You could have just said, "Hey, I saw it." I appreciate that, Layden.
Oh, here on the left, Larry.
Coach, you mentioned how much it means to you playing well this time of year. What are your thoughts about going into your matchup against Creighton?
Whew, yeah. Can you give me a minute? No, they're really good. They're really good. And, we fought them last time at their place. Obviously, NJ didn't play. Layden remembers that. They really got us good in game 1 at our place. Got us as good as we've gotten all year. Greg's a phenomenal coach, just like Ed is. It's going to be a tough matchup with Kalkbrenner. Bottom line, it's going to be a tough matchup with Kalkbrenner. It's not just Kalkbrenner. They've got a terrific team. But for us, we're grateful for an opportunity to come out and compete, and we can't wait to get out there and play again and wear the DePaul uniform. We're super excited about it.
We're doing 2 more. Harvard.
Coach, congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Can you talk about the poise down the stretch? They pushed the tempo with
Yeah.
you guys.
Yeah.
Talk about the back cuts and you guys shut down and all that other stuff defensively.
We were worried about them driving us late, so we went zone and they drove us anyway. Their ability to attack in transition was our biggest concern. They're fast. They're a really fast group, not just Peavy, the whole group is. So we kept stressing that over and over. And really, we needed great shots and great offense to be able to limit some of the transition. For the most part, we did that.
Last question.
Chris, how'd you go about managing NJ's minutes? Because it was a notable difference when he was off the floor, especially in that last couple minutes. So how did you and your staff kind of balance how much to play?
We felt like he was in good enough shape. He's been able to do non-contact conditioning for what, a couple weeks, NJ?
Yeah.
Okay, for about 2 weeks. Matt's been doing non-contact conditioning, so we felt like his conditioning would be okay. We were concerned about how could he handle the physicality and getting hit. How'd it feel?
It felt good.
So I guess we're good on that front. But his conditioning was good. It was good, and I didn't expect him honestly to play this much, but obviously we needed him.
DePaul, thank you. Thanks.
Thank you.